Hello everyone, the Overplayer back, and today I'm going to be giving you 5 tips and tricks in order to help you win the new Championship Hill mode in Vanguard Alpha. So without further ado, let's get right into it. First thing we're going to want to do is have our first buy. You start out with $500 and you're going to want to use this on an assault rifle. Doesn't matter which one, just choose an assault rifle. They have very low recoil and are super easy to use. Much better than the SMGs and the pistols, and they allow mobility with some strength, and they're not like the MG where it's really slow. Next, let's talk about your first upgrade. As soon as you get some money in the round, as long as you're not in danger, you can press right on the D-pad and it will instantly upgrade your gun. Every single gun, the first upgrade is always a sight, and we really want that because as you can see by the gameplay, it's pretty gritty and it's pretty hard to see people. So the more visibility we have, the better. Also, we're going to want to make sure that as we upgrade, we remember from the last games that we've played what type of upgrades there are and what stage they're at. I'm going to probably come out with a video on that later on. But right now, just realize that some of the attachments that you'll get are completely worthless, like fully loaded. No one's ever going to need that. So make sure that unless you're trying to get to a higher stage, you don't use that. Because we want to be using that, as tip number 3 says, on spy planes and armor plates. So armor plates are going to be an essential thing you're going to want to use. You're going to want to buy the 250 full pack as soon as you live through your first round. And then after that, you're going to want to try to get your spy plane. Or just upgrade your guns, whichever you prefer. Spy planes are really useful because no one ever really gets ghost. I don't know why, they just don't. And you basically get a constant sweep of them, and it just gives you a ton of info. Make sure you're using that mini-map though. If you're not looking at the minimap, spy plane is going to be worthless. Also, another tip. The spy plane is an immediate activation. You can't save it like a kill streak. You need to make sure that you're planning when you're using it and that your teammate isn't buying one at the same time as you, otherwise it's going to be pointless. My 4th tip is going to be how to play. Now, just so you guys know, this is not, a lot of you are not going to like this, but the way you have to play is conservative. The reason for this is because your lives are cumulative across all rounds, and if you can just save lives and stack them up until like the final round, it's going to be an easy win, even if you're not as good as the other team. I know this is not what you all want to hear, but it's just the fact of how the game works. I would recommend holding down sight lines with your assault rifle. Usually the sights are pretty good, especially on the bar, it's a 3x. If you want to use a sniper, feel free to, but either way, just make sure you're holding down lanes. My 5th tip is going to be realize that spawns are not solid. Just because you kill someone in an area does not mean they're going to spawn on the opposite side of the map. So they could spawn 2 feet away from you, for whatever reason. I had that happen a couple times. Or they could spawn on the complete opposite side of you, but not in one of the spawn areas, just like on the flank side. It's really weird. I can't predict the spawns, but you're just going to want to make sure that you're kind of looking around at all times, being cautious, taking the cover to make sure that you're not losing lives unnecessarily. Now, as a bonus tip, there are little extra lives scattered throughout the maps, usually in the center. I'm not sure if every map has them. I haven't seen it on the plane map yet, but maybe because I didn't look hard enough. But I would think they're on every map, and this will give a +1 life to your score. It's free, just make sure that you're not sacrificing a life to get it, otherwise you're just getting a disadvantage and coming out a net even on lives. If you can get it and then duck behind some cover, that's the goal. Alright, thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to be playing a bit more and then trying to learn a bit more about the maps later on, and also about all of the attachments, which I will try to put in a spreadsheet so that way you guys know if it's worth upgrading or not. Alright, hope you all enjoyed, and if you like what you see, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.